Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm joined by a very special guest, the wickedly talented Gabi Belle. Gabi, it's so great to have you.
I'm very excited.
Good. Me too. So today we're going to be watching a video from Jubilee called I'm the Son of a Billionaire, Ask Me Anything. And I don't know if you saw, Danny made a video about this Son of a Billionaire a while ago. I think it was back in 2019.
Oh god, I'll have to test my fan skills, see if I'm a true fan, if I do remember this.
Who is Bobby? Basically a little bit of a misfit kid. A kid who has everything. Bobby likes to live life fast. Fast cars. Beautiful girls. Parties.
Bobby's just a misfit kid. That's who he is. He doesn't fit in. You wouldn't understand him. He's only into weird, quirky things like beautiful girls and fast cars and parties. The poor guy, nobody understands him.
Okay, yeah. I do remember this video vaguely, so I'm excited to experience it again.
That's the guy that we're going to be watching today.
Oh yeah. Ask me anything. Let's go, Jubilee. What would you want to know?
If I was alone in a room with a billionaire,
Yeah,
or
what
I guess
would
the
you
son of a
ask?
billionaire, because it's not an actual billionaire. I don't know. Do you have a good answer for this?
That's the thing, because what would I ask the son of a billionaire? Hey, how did you do nothing and become a billionaire? It'd be more like, what did your dad do?
That's probably the question that's the easiest, is like, okay, what did the actual billionaire do?
Yeah, I have no expectations for what people are going to ask him, so I'm excited.
What's your name?
I'm Bobby.
I guess that is a good
Okay.
first question.
That is a good first question. What's
Like-
your name?
How are you?
Can I give you a gift?
Yeah. Wow. Thank you. Amazing.
Yeah, I got them at the dollar store for you, so I hope you
Oh, wow.
like it.
Cool. I appreciate it. I'll hold on to them.
That was a passive-aggressive thing. I got this at the dollar store like a peasant.
How long do you think he actually held on to them? Or do you think they even made it out of the building with him?
Held on to those flowers?
Yeah.
He probably put them down immediately, I would say.
What does your dad do?
He started off in the music industry. He started basically the biggest like creative media college, teaching like music production, sound engineering, and now he has like a flight school as well, and like recording studios and real estate, obviously.
Okay. That literally is what I would have asked.
Uh-huh.
What's your name? What did your dad do?
And can I have some of your dad's money?
Facts. Is he single? Is he looking for a daughter, perhaps?
Oh. A little sugar daddy situation.
Exactly. Nothing too crazy, though. Just send me some money every now and then, and I'll talk to you on the phone for 10 minutes.
And we're good.
What industry are you in?
I'm a film director and a YouTuber. On YouTube, I make like sort of like short films about my life.
How do you feel about people who call their YouTube videos films?
I was gonna say, so you mean vlogs? You make
Yeah,
vlogs? You know, Harry, I make short documentaries on my commentary channel, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, short documentaries.
What would you say so far your craziest moment has been in life?
Craziest moment of my life is definitely when I was on tour with Designer, and we flew into Japan, and I take Adderall. So I was just prescribed that by the doctor, you know what I'm saying? I'm on tour, like I'm trying to be a productive citizen, I'm trying to work hard. And I came in there with that, and I didn't check before that it's like Class A substance there, like super illegal. And I went to jail for 2 months basically when we landed. I was sleeping on the floor, you get like,
my God. You're in like a prison cell?
yeah, it's like with like a couple other Japanese dudes.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
So he
Wait.
brought Adderall to Japan and went to jail.
Adderall's a Class A substance?
Yeah. Adderall is just like soup. It's like diet meth.
Hi, I'm Portobello, a little Pidgeon Harry hired to try and get around the copyright claims on his Diana video. It never worked. Now I'm here to make sure he doesn't spread misinformation. Adderall and meth are both stimulant drugs, but Adderall is not a low dosage of meth, or diet meth, as the memes say. The reason Adderall is banned in Japan is because it is a stimulant, and all medications containing stimulants are banned.
Holy shit, because he said it like as if it was hard drugs. He's like, yeah, I was on some Addies, and I was about to be like, damn, bro, you're so cool, man. You take medication.
I also really like how he starts telling that story to one guy.
Yeah.
Like, one guy asks him the question of what's your craziest moment, and then he tells that same story to this other dude.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice. There was a dude change.
I wonder if Jubilee was like, hey, we're just gonna have everybody ask these same questions.
Or he's one of those people that'll retell the same story over and over again at a party. Yeah. He's like, this one time I was in Japan.
Shit got crazy.
It was crazy. I was in prison for like 2 months is kind of a long time when you're that rich. When you could just buy your way out. I thought he would be in there for like an hour. Must have been a humbling experience for doing nothing wrong.
It was the first time he ever experienced consequences for not his own actions.
I know. He didn't even do anything. It looks like an honest mistake.
How does the amount of money you have affect how you interact with women?
I guess it's given me the ability to abuse my position.
At least he's honest.
Yeah, I guess so. Who would lead with, being rich lets me abuse my position I have over women? I feel like a lot of rich people are like, no, I'm just like you. We're all the same.
No, I appreciate the honesty. To be fair, she did ask specifically how the money affects talking to women. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I'm trying to justify this, dude. I just appreciate the honesty.
Especially like, with like going out and partying and the nightclub scene and stuff where it's like, I could hook up with like models. And obviously that was like super cool when I was like 18 to like 21, and I was like thinking like, wow, this is everything. Like, I don't need a girl to like me and to be in a relationship with. Like, I just need like a girl who's gonna be like super hot and act as like, an accessory. But as obviously I went through things in life, I started to realize that it's really nice to have a healthy relationship with someone that you actually, love.
Wow, that was surprisingly internal, how do you say it? Introspective.
There was growth there, and we saw
Yeah, there was some character development there. I learned a little bit more. I think he's probably right. I mean,
it's nice to have people who are nice to you.
It's nice to actually care about someone.
And develop interpersonal relationships.
Crazy.
So I also wanted to ask what your relationship was like with your parents growing up.
My dad was like not around really. He was just building like this empire, so he was traveling around the world. Like, I never just would see him like once a year. That kind of made him like this mysterious like icon in my life, like this guy who was like traveling around the world and like just making it happen, you know what I'm saying?
I love how he describes his dad as an icon.
My dad's this icon, this absolute beast.
I don't trust any man who like idolizes their father a little too much.
Who they don't, well, at least growing up, who they didn't really know.
Yeah.
This is interesting. It sounds like I'm gonna be armchair psychologist. It sounds like he's gone to therapy. In a good way. He's very insightful for the son of a billionaire. There's plenty who aren't even billionaires, who are not this introspective or like honest, I guess. Just look at douche tubers online. Literally so many that are so out of touch. I mean, I guess they're trying to make him seem more relatable, because it's like, how much can you actually relate to a billionaire? But
that's the other thing, is like, how much of this is him being like, hey, I want people to see me in like a less negative light, so I'm gonna go and like answer these questions, and I'll try and put my best self forward so that people think more positive of me.
This is true. It's hard because also he didn't ask to be born into so much wealth.
Yeah.
And so like people are just gonna assume that he's a terrible person because he has money, which is not always the case. We can't always assume, but I understand why people feel that way towards rich people. This got weirdly psychological.
But it was necessary.
Yeah, people are asking really good questions. I am pleasantly surprised by this video.
How do you feel when you see like a poor person on the street?
I've experienced that. I did a show where I was homeless for 3 nights. The people that I met on the show, they kind of wanted to stay there because they could make 60 pounds in a day. So for them, they were like, why would I go and work when I can just sit here and put my head down and cross my legs and get 60 pounds? They're gonna go buy weed, alcohol, and they were like, bro, had more food than they needed.
Whoa.
So maybe we were giving him a little too much credit
Whoa.
earlier.
Yeah, okay, wow. There's a lot to unpack there.
There's a lot there. There's a lot.
First of all, he says, I've experienced this. And then immediately says, I pretended to be homeless for 3 days.
That's not the same.
That's not nearly the same experience that actual homeless people have. Holy crap. Not having the thought of, yeah, after this I can just go back to my mansion later. Or what am I going to eat next? Or is it going to be too cold tonight? Am I going to have to go somewhere else? Or people are judging me. Or no one wants to give me a job because I don't have the access to get a printer or make a resume because I don't have a computer because I'm homeless. Or what about, like, having a phone? Like, literally the basic necessities. Not necessities, but, like, basics of modern day society in order to get a job. There's so many more prerequisites than people realize. So it's not as simple as, just go get a job, you bum. If you think about it for even more than 1 second, you should get that. Oh, shit. Yeah, I was giving him too much credit earlier.
This is where he makes his heel turn.
Here's where you're going to see, like, the true colors.
Do you think that billionaires should exist?
Yeah, I think it's great because there's a reason that people become billionaires. It's not like you're a billionaire now. You know what I mean? Like, they take it. And the reason that they are where they are is because they're people that worked extremely hard and they've done something exceptional for the world.
What about you? What about you?
He worked exceptionally hard.
He did.
Was the fastest sperm, and that's how he became the son of a billionaire.
Also capitalism.
I'll say it, capitalism, not that great sometimes.
Yeah,
I'll say it.
Just look at the American healthcare system. That's all you need to see.
You said that's great and that they take. So I don't know about how great it is that they take something.
It's there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the system that we've created to make society and make things work.
But do you think that system is exploited usually by these people?
Yeah, I think if you want to get to a certain level, you do have to exploit the system in a certain way. You can't just play completely fair because otherwise you're not going to get there. There's a lot of billionaires who do a lot of great things and they employ thousands of people and they're really, really good bosses. You know, especially when you see people that have built it up ground up like Elon Musk or like there's so many that are self-made. It gives people, I feel like, the ambition and they feel like they can do it.
Elon Musk was not self-made.
Oh, okay.
He came out from the family of millionaires.
He's okay with exploiting people.
Okay.
He loves Elon Musk because of course.
Because of course he does.
Elon Musk, notoriously a great boss. Nothing bad has ever happened to Tesla. Nothing bad will ever happen at Tesla.
Wow, this is so interesting because he is acknowledging that is how the system works and that he's not pretending that they just worked really hard and stayed in their own lane. They didn't step on anyone to get there. They're such good people. He simultaneously acknowledges how it works, exploiting other people, yet is okay with it.
Yeah, that's the baffling thing.
Interesting. Very interesting.
How do you tip?
I think here it's like very much so like this big tipping culture. And a lot of the time I'm like for Uber Eats, like I'm not tipping. I'm sorry. I know they're getting paid to be an Uber Eats driver, and it's like taxes, fees, delivery fee, surcharge on the food. It's like, bruh. I'm not made of money. I'm not like just giving it out.
You kind of
But
are,
he
though.
is made of money.
You are.
He literally is made of money.
Holy shit. Not to like toot my own horn, but like there are places where I will tip the same amount as my bill.
Yeah.
Because we don't pay servers enough. I know that Uber Eats has very exploitative charges and like BS charges and will completely shit on the restaurant and the driver. But that doesn't mean you should continue to shit on the driver.
Yeah.
Maybe tip them. What?
If you're gonna use something, that's still funneling money to the top, you gotta pay your driver.
Dude, every time I go into Waffle House, I get exceptional service. I tip them 100%. I get the All-Star Special. That's my go-to, with grits, scrambled eggs with cheese. I'm tipping them 100%. They always give good conversation, exceptional service. They're not getting paid enough. I love Waffle House.
Waffle House is an experience.
It's
unique
so awesome.
And of its own.
I love Waffle House. Always tip your Waffle House workers 100%. What do you mean you're not made of money? Suck my ass. The look on her face too is...
Yeah. We really paused it at quite a profound moment of just,
wow,
what the fuck?
Yeah, that's a good reaction. Bert.
Like, just like very briefly, I did try working for like Postmates. It's just like a one-time trip just to see how it was, and they pay really, really low. Like, it wouldn't even make like minimum wage for like...
Right.
You could try, I would suggest you could try doing an Uber Eats just to see what it feels like.
But again, it's kind of like when he was pretending to be homeless. Like
yeah. He doesn't actually need the money.
Yeah, if he did it for a day, he'd be like, dang, this kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Well, glad I don't have to do it.
Exactly.
And then just keep living his life.
Hero or villain?
Villain for sure.
Why?
I feel like their life is generally cooler and they don't have to accommodate for as many people. They sort of just look after themselves and like have a lit time. And like the Joker, like, bro, he's having a fantastic time.
Yeah.
He's just having fun. I'm saying everyone else is panicking, like, oh my God, save the world, and he's just like laughing. So
he's
sounds about
the
right.
Joker, baby. He's off poisoning the water supply, and everyone else is panicking for whatever reason. Him describing like wanting to be the villain more, it's just it's a little too on the nose.
A little bit, because literally a minute ago he was like, I just, I'm not all about helping the homeless people on the street. I'm out here living my own life, being selfish, and that's literally what he just said about being a villain.
Would you consider yourself you're the villain in your own life?
yeah, I'd say I consider myself a villain, but it's like a necessary evil in life, because without it, then there isn't the good guys, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like there's a balance of that.
Okay, maybe he needs to go back to therapy.
I was gonna say, I think we gotta
rewind
for a few more sessions.
Yeah, I think you've missed a few sessions there, buddy.
If there were no bad people, then there would also be no good people.
It's a necessary evil. Is it? Yeah. No.
No, it's not. If everyone was just nice, then the world would be a better place.
But then I wouldn't get to be rich and selfish. What a waste. That's so sad.
I've seen your Instagram. Is this you?
Yeah.
He literally pulled a "this you" in real life.
What do you think about that mask? What does it mean to you versus like obviously what it means to other people and how it doesn't really represent the class that you're in?
Yeah, I know it's like anonymous, the thing, but I just see it as like a mask, and that I can like do something where it's not me.
What do you think he wants to do that's not him? Because he's okay with being mean to service workers.
I know.
He considers himself the villain in his own life. What does he need a mask for?
It looks like he was at the scene of like a looting. That looks like a fire, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Is this at the protests?
Yeah, I want to see if I can pull it up on Instagram. It's from May 31st of 2020.
Okay, so yeah.
So at the peak of the George Floyd protests.
Yeah. And he was there doing what? Being anonymous. You think he was maybe looting, pretending to not be a billionaire?
Pulling a Jake Paul.
Pulling a Jake Paul, not actually caring about the issues, and just participating in the shitty part?
I don't even know if he did that. I think he just was like, oh, it'd be cool if there was some fire in the back of my pics, Bert.
Yeah, probably, actually.
There's 3 pictures in that post. And the other 2 are just him posing more.
Probably went there, took the picture, and then went home.
So why that mask versus like a Scooby-Doo mask or what?
It's just the most readily available mask.
Okay.
I literally just like, you go anywhere and you can buy those.
I mean, it all seems kind of non-specific because that mask has like meaning to it though, is what I'm saying.
I'm on like the people's side at the same time as like, I'm like, have like this big situation, like my father's super wealthy and everything. But for me, it's like, I feel like I'm on the side of the people, you know what I'm saying? And then that's like my ultimate goal is to help out, you know, the people that I feel deserve it.
Huh?
He's on the side of the people, though. Don't worry.
You can't just say that and then and then simultaneously not help homeless people.
But he's on the side of the people, though.
He gave a politician answer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that made no sense at all.
And then at the end, he sneaks in that, I want to help the people who I think deserve it.
Exactly. That's the money.
What makes him the arbiter of who deserves to be helped and who doesn't?
This is getting worse and worse. I take back what I said earlier.
The first, 3 minutes, he was doing all right. Starting kind of strong.
And then he gets called out more and more.
It's been a trudge down the hill.
With charities, I've always seen it as this, you give money to a charity and then it just disappears.
That's, yeah. Mm-hmm.
What I like is, you personally doing something to someone and then you see their actual reaction and the results of what happens then.
If you give money to a charity, it just disappears.
It disappears. I think what he's saying, I hope I'm right, is that a lot of charities are corrupt, which is true.
Yes, I agree.
So I wonder where this is going, but also, so does this mean he's donated? Does this mean he's went to the scene of the change and gave money directly to the people who need it? Be more specific.
Yeah, I think that he's saying the most impactful thing he can do is, get other people to make movies. To make films, as he calls it. My apologies.
His short films, actually. And inspire young people. How are those videos inspiring young people?
Because if there's more daily vloggers... then there's more people who want to be daily vloggers. And that's inspiration. That's changing the world.
Yeah. We're not just changing lives. Wait, what's the Darman outro?
We're not just telling stories. We're changing lives.
Wow. Very inspiring. He should be in a Darman video.
I would love that.
Son of Billionaire gets canceled, lives to regret it.
My dad's always said, that's all you get.
That's all you get.
Just if I have an idea that is gonna make money, then he'll give me money for that. He doesn't like to he's not like other parents where he'll just give me money because oh, I want to go on holiday.
My mom certainly wouldn't be like, oh, you want to go on vacation? Here's some money.
His whole world is so fabricated.
It's so foundationally different from the world that most people live in.
That's crazy.
But he does still have the flowers, so
yeah, that's very surprising for me.
Maybe he is a good person after all.
Yeah. My dad, he's much older now. One of the big things on my mind is making sure that I'm going to be the man for my family when my dad is gone, because I'm one of the only son. So
does he have sisters?
Maybe.
You're not like in a monarch. You're not gonna become king because you're the only son. What about your siblings?
Gotta uphold those gender norms somehow.
Of course.
What would you say is the hardest part of your life?
Living up to my dad. I always have been in that shadow.
And we're back to my dad as an icon.
Of course. I mean, truly, what else could be the hardest part in his life?
At least he wasn't just the day-to-day.
I feel like that's a movie thing. I have to live up to my dad.
Maybe he thinks that he's Simba in The Lion King.
Ooh.
Because he's always talking about his dad's legacy.
Yeah.
He knows that
he has to take over to become king.
Yeah, he has to be the king when his dad dies. And he's worried about living up to that. I bet he's got a couple of wacky friends who to eat bugs.
It's just the plot to Lion King. That's his life.
Mm-hmm. And everyone's always sort of told me you'll never be as good as him, or you never do what he did. I just wanted him to be proud of me. So what I wanted to do was do something solely creative, which was, being a film director and a YouTuber.
Why would you say that to someone? Regardless of how much money they have.
And he's obviously not a kid, but he's not that old.
No.
So these people, presumably when he was 18, 19, 20, were like, you'll never be as good as your dad.
Yeah, what the fuck? Don't say, why would you say that to a teenager?
It's a lot of pressure on a kid.
You're just force feeding him daddy issues.
My dad's actually a billionaire as well.
Wow, yeah.
So we're actually in the same boat here.
That's lit.
Yeah, it is lit. So I kind of get everything you're coming from.
There you go. I was waiting for this. I knew you guys were going to pull this out of the hat.
Yeah.
He goes, that's lit.
What would you do if I was there?
without me.
The most stereotypical fuckboy you've ever seen in your whole life.
The laugh really made it. That was great.
Hey, Bobby, seeing as you're older than Gage, do you have any advice for him?
If like your dad gives you a bunch of money, don't blow it on stupid shit.
Oh yeah.
Invest it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I wish I fucking like with my trust fund had bought Bitcoin or something.
I wish with my trust fund I had bought Bitcoin.
What a sentence.
They should start a podcast.
No. We do not need more of these people starting podcasts.
But it'd be great. They both just be like, man, I got a lot of money. And then we'll go, same. Ha 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 ha.
Okay, actually, that'd be kind of fun.
What'd you blow all that money on?
Fucking nothing. Like, bro, literally like 30K a month on Amex. Like, staying at the Beverly Hills Hotel for 2 weeks in a row. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Paying for all my friends. Like,
Right.
like booking like a first class flight and then like instead of changing it, just missing it and booking another one.
So you could have taken that and invested it, and that way you'll make more money back. That's what all these guys say.
So true.
You just gotta invest it. Invest your COVID stipend, your COVID check, invest it. Then your return on investment, huge.
I had to spend my COVID stipend though, Bobby.
I had to pay rent.
And get groceries.
Yeah.
And tip my Uber Eats drivers,
Yeah.
damn it.
Yeah, but I feel like everyone needs that experience to, you know, you get a bunch of money and then you lose it all and then you learn.
That's how they're gonna end the video.
I would love to get that experience.
Yeah, I would love to have that experience. That was enlightening, especially that's the question they ended it off on.
I was gonna say, now that we finished, what do you feel like you've learned about the billionaire mindset?
I've learned a lot. I've learned that sometimes they can be surprisingly introspective and yet still surprisingly extremely ignorant.
I have to agree.
The dichotomy is truly there. Nothing is black and white. My world has been opened.
And I'm glad that I could be the one to do that. What fun. I forgot to record an outro. I want to thank Gabby for being my first YouTuber collab. She's so fun to work with. If you haven't seen one of Gabby's videos yet, go now. I'll put a link in the description to her channel. Go subscribe to her. She's very funny. I also want to thank you for watching this video. So, thanks. And hopefully, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bert.
Bert.
Bert.